Good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our Wim Hof Method Yoga Fusion challenge. Today we're going to use the sun salutations we learned yesterday to transition us to a lot of core work. So we're really going to fire up the core, we're going to fire up the back and the glutes and really build stability in the body, which is absolutely key to all exercise, but particularly yoga. The Wim Hof method supports that, and not only supports your health, but it really supports the core. So it's an ideal companion. And if you like the video, please like it and please subscribe, and I will see you at the end.
Okay, so in our final breath hold, which will be a minute, we're going to get straight into the core. So we're going to go double leg lift. So you can either put the hands under the bottom and raise the legs, keeping the legs as straight as possible, or you can have the hands out the side to make it harder, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can do single leg lifts with the hands under the bottom or down the sides, really straight away getting into the core. And so we're doing that with the breath completely out. Okay, so either stay lying down or come up to sitting. Remember not to do the Wim Hof method standing up or driving or near water. Let's do round 1. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Belly, chest, head, let it go. 30 big in-breaths and then 30 passive out-breaths. So we're breathing in at 100% capacity and we're breathing out at about 70% or passively. Keep going. Breathing in and out. In and out. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Keep going. The Wim Hof method is, if you don't do it every day, or you haven't really done any research into it, is amazing for being healthy, happy, strong. And that sounds quite a glib statement, but it's been scientifically proved. 10 more breaths. Let's make these huge. It's been scientifically proved over and over and over again to benefit all areas of health, mental and physical, and to improve your strength. So we've got 4 more breaths, in and out. Circular breath, so no gap between the in-breath and the out-breath. Okay, this is our final one. Huge breath in, let all the breath out, close down the eyes, and we're just going to hold this breath out for 1 minute. As we get through the practice, we will start to do longer breath holds, but we'll just start with these minute ones to get you used to it. If you want to pinch the nose shut so air doesn't seep in, do that. Or I just put a little bit of pressure behind my nose in the back of my face so it stops air seeping in. Also, if you need to swallow, if you feel like, because quite often a lot of saliva builds up during the breath, breathing in, especially if you're breathing through your nose, just do it. So just make sure that you just keep pressure at the back of your face. And if anything, it creates a better seal, keeping your mouth and nose shut, preventing you from breathing. We've got 10 seconds left with this breath hold. If you want to pause the video, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, recovery breath in. Huge breath in. Pull up through the root lock, the stomach lock, the throat lock. Push this breath into the head. We're looking to decalcify and detoxify the pituitary and the pineal gland. Really, really getting a glandular reaction. And breathe out. Amazing. We'll move straight on to round 2. In and out. Circular breaths in and out. Into the belly, the chest, and then force some air into the head and let it go. In and out. In and out. You're doing really well. Keep going. Belly, chest, head, let it go. Keep going. Let's give this everything we've got. Belly, chest, head, let it go. In and out. In and out. Keep going. If you want to, it doesn't matter whether you breathe in through your nose or your mouth. If you ever find you have a little bit of anxiety with the breathing or feel a bit panicky, then breathe through your nose and it will reduce immediately. We've got 10 left together. Let's make these last ones the big ones. 5 more. Stay with me. Keep going. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. This is our final big breath. And this breath hold is for 1.5 minutes. So close down the eyes. Let all of that air out. Either pinch the nose shut or just put that pressure there. And just go inside. Really focus on the sensations in the body. Lean into any tingling or muscle contraction, any noises in the ears, lights behind the eyes. It's just the energy moving in the body. That's all good. It's all good. We're really energizing and getting things flowing and moving. And so all of these sensations are exceptionally good. Just enjoy it, focus on them, intensify them. Just as a side note, I do this practice before I do my yoga, and but I also have my own practice in the morning, which I do in bed. We've done 1 minute together. Any point you do need to take your recovery breath, do so. So I spend about 20 minutes every morning before I get out of bed doing the breathing too. And Wim recommends about 20 minutes a day. So if you're doing this with me, it takes about, we've got 10 seconds left. It takes about 10 minutes. So I'd recommend doing a little bit more by yourself. Okay, let's take our recovery breath in now. Huge belly breath in, forcing it upwards into the head. Force it up, push that breath upwards. Tense all the muscles. Push it, force it. Keep going and release. Amazing. Okay, we're going to go into round 3. Belly, chest, head. Let it go. 30 big breaths. Remember, in this breath hold, if you want to join me, we're going to do double leg lifts. Or you could do single leg lifts. Or you can just stay sat or lay on the mat. Or you can do something else. It's your practice. You've shown up for yourself. Make this about you and doing what you can do. And where you are at, really embrace that. And just be grateful to yourself for showing up. Really, never ever judge yourself against anybody's practice. And never judge yourself against your own practice. So one day I can hold my breath for 3 minutes. And then the next day I might only hold it for 1.5 minutes. It doesn't matter. The point is you've shown up and you've done what needs to be done for yourself. 10 more breaths. Let's make these the biggest one of our practice today. Keep going. In and out. In and out. Keep going. You're amazing. We've got 4 more. We've got 3 more. We've got 2 more. This is our last one. In and out. And then if you're going to join me with the double leg lifts, just come down to your back. Legs long along the mat. Now we're squeezing our abs and we're forcing our back down onto the mat. So the lower spine is working really hard here too. So we're forcing the spine down onto the mat and we're using our muscles in the stomach to do that. Really firing up the core, ready for this practice. The core is so underused. And yet people are always complaining they've got backache or this ache or that ache. It's because we never spend enough time really getting into the heart of the matter, which is the back and the core and the glutes. 10 seconds left. Keep going. So we're going to stretch those out. We're going to work them. And you are going to love this practice. Okay, this is going to be our last one. Big breath in, forcing that air upwards. Push it up into the head. Decalcifying the pineal gland, firing up the pituitary. Really getting into metabolism now. we're taking over our immune systems. We're taking over the autonomic nervous system. Let go of that breath. And just come back to nose breathing. In and out, gently through the nose. Come back to your natural breathing rhythm. With the legs long along the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Hold around the knees. Just have a rock from side to side. Just counteracting that strong movement we've just done. Take the arms to T or goalpost and rock the legs over to your left. Look over your right shoulder. Getting a beautiful passive twist into the body, into the torso. Just continuing to work the core now. Bring the knees to centre. Take them over to the right and look over the left shoulder, keeping the left shoulder pinned to the mat. Getting into the lateral side of the body, but this is also getting deep into the internal organs, wringing out the digestion, firing up the entire body. Hold those knees in again and then rock up. We're going to rock up 5 times. So rock onto the shoulders, rock up to sitting, back onto the shoulders, back up to sitting. This is really, really good for straightening out any kinks in the spine. It's actually quite an enjoyable movement, but it's really, really healthy just to get things moving. Okay, meet me at the front of the mat. Bring the hands together and we will start our yoga practice. Okay, so we're going to start with movement. Some Kundalini Warm Ups. So bring the head to the centre and then full head circles if you can. So breathe in at the front, breathe out at the back. If you have any pain, sharp pain, like electric pain in the neck, then don't take it to the back, just don't go from side to side. Keep going. Other way, breathe in at the front, out at the back. Really enjoy the motion, take it at your own pace. Ironing out any kinks or cracks or areas of tension that have built up in the neck. Okay, come to centre. We're just going to raise the shoulders up to the head, ears, and then drop them down. Raise them up, in breath, drop them down, out breath. In, out. In, out. In, out. This is a really good way of getting the shoulders fired up. Now, take the fingers to the front of your shoulders and the thumbs to the back. And then we're just doing twists. So breathe in to the left and out to the right. It's quite a rapid breath. So into the left, out to the right. Twisting the whole torso, keeping the elbows parallel to the floor. Again, this is a Kundalini warm up for the core. Literally goes from the top of the spine down into the base. It's beautiful. Really working out the internal organs as well. Breathe in, hold the breath in. Pull up on the root lock and relax. Awesome. Okay, so we're just going to take some breath with movement. Breathe in, raise the hands up high. Breathe out, take the right hand to the left knee and look over the left shoulder. Breathe in as you lengthen and breathe out as you twist a little bit more. Breathe in as you lengthen. Breathe out as you twist some more. Bring the hands to heart to the centre and then bring your left hand to your right knee and look over your right shoulder. Breathe in as you lengthen. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in as you lengthen. Breathe out as you twist. Bring the hands above the head. Breathe in. Take the hands into Venus lock. So left thumb over right for women, right thumb over left for men. And then fold forwards with the hands and shoulders coming over up towards the head. If you can't get your head all the way to the floor, that's fine. We just want it, but you do need to keep your bottom on the floor. Okay, come back up. Change the cross of your legs. Breathe in, raise the hands. Breathe out. We're taking a side bend to the left. Keeping the body in line. If you can't bring your elbow to the floor, just bring it to where you can. But just keep your head and shoulders in line with your body. Breathe in, back to centre. Breathe out, taking the side bend to the right. Same principle. Keep the body in line so you're over the hips. Breathe in to centre. We're taking those hands behind the back in Venus lock again. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, fold forwards, just getting a compression in that other hip. So the practice is beautifully balanced. Come back up to sitting, gaze up to the ceiling, and then come to all fours. We'll take some cat-cows. So with the in-breath, we're going to arch the back and take the head back. And with the out-breath, we're going to concave the back and bring the head to the sternum. So in, out. The shoulders, hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. And we're keeping the work in the shoulders so we don't collapse into them. Keep going. It's quite a good pace. Breathing in and out. In and out. Excellent. Okay. We're going to thread the needle, so take the right arm high, take it beneath the left, and we're going to bring the left arm out long. And if you feel comfortable, we'll take the left leg out long and get a stretch into the left leg and the left calf. We're resting onto the right shoulder and the right cheek, but keeping weight in the right knee too. If you do have any pain in your knees, you can roll up the mat, or you don't have to take your leg out. Take the right arm high to the ceiling, and we'll change arms. Take the left arm high and then thread it beneath the right. Take the right arm out the front, the right leg stretched out, getting the stretch into the calf, and the weight is in the face, the left cheek, the left shoulder, the left knee. Getting a beautiful stretch in one side of the body and a compression and a twist in the other side. Okay, come back. And we'll take that left arm high and bring it back to the mat. Okay, we're going to take balance pose. So we're going to take the right arm out and the left leg out, and we'll hold this balance. And then we're going to bring the elbow to the knee, breathe in and breathe out, back to balance. Breathe in, elbow to knee, breathe out, back to balance. Breathe in, out, out. Breathe in, out, find your balance again. And then I want you to take the left leg out to the side. I've had to move because I don't have the space to do it. And hold it out to the side. We're just going to hold it for a few seconds. Keeping the foot working so it's turned flexed back. And then we'll take that on the other side. Okay, so this time we're going to take the left arm out and the right leg. And we just find your posture, find the balance. Keep pulling up through the core, knitting in the ribs. Breathe in, knee to elbow. Breathe out, back again. Okay, so breathe in, knee to elbow. Breathe out, balance. Breathe in, knee to elbow. Breathe out, balance. Breathe in, knee to elbow. Breathe out, balance. Bring the left hand back to the mat. And we'll take that right leg out to the side, just holding it, flexing the foot back, keeping the work in it. Really getting into those hips. Okay, awesome. And then turn the feet under. We're going to come into our first downward dog of the day. So let's find some movement. The hands are stretched out with even weight through the hands. So we're not just putting all the weight in the wrists. Working up through the shoulders. There's no weight in the head. There's an arch in the back. The toes are, the heels are just turned in slightly. So raise up onto your toes and turn onto the right. Getting a stretch in the left-hand side of the body. Raise up onto the toes, turn onto the left. Getting a stretch in the right-hand side of the body. Raise up onto the toes. And then we're working the feet towards the mat and we're working the legs towards straight. Just be where you are with it. And we'll just find some stillness. Breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, then step to the front of the mat. We're going to do a first, get into some flows in a second. So do a forward fold and keep the knees as bent as you need to keep your sternum on your knees. Then straighten them if you can. We're going to take a twist. So we're going to take the right arm high, gazing up to the ceiling, and the left arm's in the mat. Getting a twist in the torso. Bring the right hand to the mat. Take the left hand high. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Gazing up to the left hand in this twist. If you need to bend your knees, it's fine. Forward fold, breathe in as you come up to standing. Amazing. We're going to do a flow now. So breathe in, take the arms high, tall mountain. Breathe out, swan dive to a forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step back into a plank. And this time we're going to lower all the way to the floor. And we're going to come up into a high cobra. So with the elbows underneath the shoulders, the hands underneath the shoulders, come into your cobra. Take the head back if it's comfortable. And then we're going to look from side to side. So breathe in to the centre and breathe out to the side. In to the centre, breathe out over the left arm. Breathe into centre, breathe out over the right. Keep going. Take this at your own pace, actually. And don't force it. Excuse me. Come back to the mat. And then we're going to take the hands back. We're going to take the legs up. We're going to lift everything off the mat. Your feet are the width of the mat apart here. Use everything in your back and your core to lift you off the mat. And then take the hands forward and bring the feet together. And we're doing the same. We're lifting everything off the mat. You just feel that you're using slightly different muscles by keeping the hands squeezed together and the feet squeezed together. Keeping everything off the mat. Really getting into that back now. And then push back up into your dog. And just come back to your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Remember, the heels are just slightly turned out with the downward dog. It will just give you the right hip alignment. And no weight in that head, remember? It's meant to be a beautiful V position, not a C. Okay, step forward to the front of the mat. Take a forward fold. Come up to standing, tall mountain. Breathe in. And breathe out, hands to heart center. Okay, let's flow again. Breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step back. We take a chaturanga. Or you can come onto your knees and come into a cobra. Remember to take it at your pace. So upward dog, breathe in, or cobra, breathe in. And then flip over those toes back into your downward dog. Okay, we're going to take the right leg and open the hip. So we're really, really getting into that hip. Circle the foot one way, circle the foot the other way. Getting some movement in the ankle. Keeping even weight through the hands. Straighten the legs, straighten the hips off. And then we're going to touch the right knee to the right elbow. Take it back, three-legged dog. And then touch the right knee to the left elbow. This is getting into the core. And then back up into the three-legged dog. And then bring the foot back to the mat. Back to downward dog and breathe. Look foot to the front of the mat. And step forwards. Forward fold, breathe out. And as you rise up, breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step back into chaturanga, or you can come all the way to the floor and do a cobra. Flip over those toes to upward dog, and then downward dog. I'm going to take that on the other side. So this time we're going to open out the left hip. So take it and bend the hip, bend the knee and open that hip out. Circle the foot a few times in each direction. Get some movement in the ankle. Straighten out the hip, straighten out the leg, three-legged dog. And then bring the left knee to the left elbow. Take it up, back up to three-legged dog. Bring the left knee to the right elbow, getting across the body. Back up to three-legged dog. This is really firing up your core. And then downward dog. Come back to your breath. Either hop or walk forward to the front of your mat. Fold forwards. This is where I start banging my head on the piano. And then raise up to standing. And we're going to do a sun salutation B with our next flow. Okay, so breathe in, come to chair. With the hands raised above the head. Bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee. And look over towards the back of the room. Keeping the knees in line. Back to center. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Take the right knee to the left elbow. keeping the knees in line. Breathe back into centre. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to a chaturanga. Or all the way to the floor into a cobra. Upward dog. And breathe out, downward dog. Take the right leg high. We're going to come into our warrior one. Turn the back heel down to 30. Spin the arms up and come up into your warrior one with that front leg bent. And then breathe out back to your chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward dog. On the other side, so left leg lifts. Going to step it through to the front of the mat. Turn the back heel down and come up into our warrior one. This is what we did yesterday with our flows. Come back to chaturanga, breathe out. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward dog. Okay, we're really going to get into the core now. So we're going to come to the mat and finish the practice with some core and back exercises. So just jump to the front of the mat if you can. And meet me in boat pose, which we did yesterday. Now remember, you can hold behind the back of the legs in boat if you don't feel very secure, but we're sitting up for the sit bones, and ideally we're going to have the hands either side of the legs, and the legs will be at 90, and then we're going to come into low boat. So we're going to bring the lower back to the back of the mat, keeping the head and the legs off the mat, just raised slightly. So high boat, low boat, high boat, and then we're going to bring the hands together to Arrow Mudra, and then we're going to take them to either side. This is getting into the obliques, so taking the hands to either side of the legs, really firing up the core. Okay, then come back to your boat pose, just hold it for a few more seconds, and then I want you to come onto your back. Haven't quite finished your core yet, so let's just finish burning them out. And I want you to bring the legs up to 90, so you're going to put them on the ceiling, legs straight, lower them slightly, lower them slightly, lower them slightly, and raise them back up. Lower a third, lower a third, lower a third, bring them back. You can put the hands under the bottom here for support if you want, because we're going to glue the back to the floor. Lower, lower, come back. Okay, now we're going to do a Kundalini, which is called cross crawl. So we're going to take the opposite arm, opposite leg. So raise the opposite arm to the opposite leg, keeping both arms and legs straight at all times. I'm going to take some getting used to. So it discombobulates each side of your brain. So keep going, raising one leg and the opposite arm, keeping them very straight and forcing that back down onto the mat. Okay, bring the knees into the chest and give them a rock from side to side, holding onto those elbows. As promised, next we're going to get into the back as well, just because we need to have a nice even practice. So bring the heels as close as you can to the bottom. And then we're going to raise up into bridge pose. And this time we're going to do a shoulder opener. So take hold of the hands beneath the back and come onto the shoulders, really forcing up that bottom. And we're just going to lift and lower. So lift, lower. Lifting and lower the bottom, pushing up through the thighs, squeezing the knees together, really working into that back and the glutes. This is a great strength building practice, but it's also going to lengthen the muscles, which can often get quite tight and cause backache. So you can just hold the bridge for a little bit longer, a few more seconds. And well done. Okay, you're doing really well. So take the right leg over the left and either hold behind the left thigh or if possible the left ankle, and just draw that foot in. This is Reclined Pigeon. It's just going to open out that hip and give a little bit of a compression into the other hip. It's a beautiful hip opener. Trying to keep the shoulders towards the floor. We're not raising the bottom off the floor. The idea is all the work is in the hips in this. Just keep breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, we're going to change legs. So the left foot comes onto the right knee. Bring the right knee into the chest. So you can either hold behind the right thigh or ideally the right shin. And then just bring it into the chest. Remember, we're not forcing the shoulders, not lifting the shoulders off the mat. They're just guiding the legs down towards us with the arms. We really want the work to be in the thighs and the legs here. Okay. Now keep the left leg into the chest. Pull it in and then take it round the ribs and pull it in so we're getting a compression in the side. And then rock that knee over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Take the left shoulder to either straight or goalpost. Getting this beautiful passive twist, which we started with a nice twist. Okay, change legs. So bring the right leg into the chest. Really, really compress that hip. Now take it round the ribs and bring it into the side ribs, into the armpit. And then take it over the body to the left-hand side, gazing over the right shoulder with either arm out straight or at goalpost. Get a beautiful twist all the way down the spine. This is shaping your waist, but it's also detoxifying the organs. Now I'd like you to bring your feet to Buddha Konasana, so your feet, just hold your feet together and just let them fall open. And so we're going to breathe in for 3, hold it for 3, breathe out for 3, hold it out for 3, breathe in for 3, hold it, out for 3, hold it, in for 3, hold it, out for 3, hold it, in for 3, hold it, out for 3, hold it, in for 3, hold it, out for 3, hold it, in for 3, and let go. Just breathe in and out through the nose, keeping the feet in this Buddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. In and sigh it out. Beautiful. Just really, really, really be pleased with yourself and praise yourself for showing up on the mat with me today. And just enjoy the sensations in the body. Bring those knees together and bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Just counteract that hip opener. And then rock up to sitting. Come to the front of the mat and bring your hands together at your heart. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it and your core is feeling fired. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the divine light within you guide your way on, from my heart to yours. Sat Nam. Namaste.
So I hope you enjoyed day 3. If you do have any suggestions or things you'd like to see over the following few weeks, that would be fine. Just put a message below and I will get back to you. Tomorrow we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to get into, we're going to do our breathing, and then we're going to go into a Kundalini Kriya to really fire up the internal organs, the core, because we're going to take a cold shower. So we're going to start with it warm, we're going to go to cold, and I'm going to talk you through it. I'll prepare you for it, and I'll talk you through what to do after. And so it's a little bit different. I told you there'd be some cold, but I'll see you tomorrow on day 4. Take care.